What's up, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the UFC 296 main event between Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. If you haven't seen the fight, you know the drill. Turn this video off. Leon Edwards getting a decision victory over Colby Covington. Whoops, got to refresh the page so it all looks there. 5-round decision. Now, if you hadn't watched this fight and saw the result of this fight, you'd probably be like, yeah, that makes sense. Leon won the fight. But this was just a weird fight, really weird fight from Colby Covington. Just really hesitant, hands up. It almost looked like he didn't want to get hit. It was just a bizarre performance from Colby. He was all about pressure, all about, pace and all that. And we didn't see any of that in the first couple rounds. He didn't really do much of anything. Leon Edwards was, outstriking him. He was landing leg kicks. You could see, Colby's leg getting bruised up a little bit. It was just a bad fight. Like, there's no other way to sugarcoat this. Like, even the biggest Colby Covington fans, it's really hard to defend this performance from Colby Covington. And you think about all the optics in this, him even getting the title shot, this most likely, 99% sure this is the last time we'll ever see him get a title shot. And that's the type of performance that comes on. And I know people talked about ring rust. Even Colby mentioned it in his post-fight interview here. But I just don't think that's enough of an excuse to have a performance like that when you know that all this is on the line. When you have Donald Trump, someone that you look up to, in attendance, and you have a performance like that. Just truly bizarre. But let's not take things away from Leon Edwards. He was dealing with a lot. There's a lot of back and forth at the presser, some things that definitely crossed the line in terms of what Colby said. So, Leon's trying not to get too emotional, and he just played this well. Now, look, he did try and implement his ground game a little bit, and that kind of bit him a bit. I thought the broadcast kind of over-exaggerated that a little bit. Like, I didn't think Leon was in any, serious danger. It wasn't a good look him being on his back, but he still dominated the entire fight. Like, there was no moment in this fight where Colby Covington had Leon Edwards in any sort of danger. This was all Leon. I knew as soon as Colby wasn't able to get too many takedowns that Leon was going to win this fight because he's the better striker, and he showed that here tonight. So I just think the best word to kind of describe this fight is just baffling. Like, I thought at the very least we get a bit of Colby pressure, and we didn't really get a lot of that tonight. And even the post-fight interview he had, which, by the way, it sounds like he's going to continue fighting. He talks about being active. Like, who does he fight? His strategy pretty much this entire time has been getting sort of big names or, fighters that sort of benefit him, like him fighting Lawler or Masvidal. He's not going to have that now. Pretty much every name that is coming up right now is going to be a threat, and it's interesting to see what happens next. But yeah, they got to do Leon and Bilal next. Good on Leon. Again, you can't take anything away from what he did. He had a very patient performance, but just not a good fight. Not a good way to end the year. Honestly, that's my initial reaction to this. That's what this video is about. And yeah, I just expected more. There was so much buildup to this fight, and it didn't really deliver. And just disappointing, I think, is another word we can use to describe this fight. Leon Edwards retaining his title in the end. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What were your overall thoughts on this fight? Like, what do you think happened? Did Colby deal with an injury? He didn't mention it in the post-fight. He sort of said it was a bit of cage rust or something, but I don't know. I've seen fighters have long layoffs. You see like a Dominic Cruz have a layoff like that and never have a performance like this. I don't know what it was. It almost seemed like he didn't want to get knocked out. I'm not sure, but again, really baffling performance. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @LynchOnSports. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.